Good morning, guys. It's Mazi again, and I'm here to share my outlook for today. So I'll be just visiting just 4 pairs, max 4 pairs, to keep this video short, because I have to reanalyze all the pairs, and it's actually much, so I can do everything now. Just touch 4 pairs, then we'll move forward. So let's start from gold. Let's start from gold. Gold. Let's start from gold. All right, so this is actually the last zone that did a very clean sweep. This is the last zone that did a very clean sweep because of where it's actually reacting from. You can see this is reacting off a key level here, and it closed above here, then left this we can say this inducement, this came back inside, tested this, made a move to the upside, and rejected and came back into the zone. Now after doing that, it did what? It took the low of this candle and moved to the upside. The low of this candle and moved to the upside. So we are trading from this low here, from the low of this candle, to the high of this candle is our range for now. Just check to the daily. So inside the daily, look at the low. That low that got swept, and price did this. Price caused the breakout here. This is where price caused a breakout after taking this low. So coming back, it left this point as an inducement point. See, taps into the zone and moved to the upside, coming back and retaking it again. So coming back here, it took this low here but could not cause a breakout. It came back and took it again, and now it has finally caused a breakout. Now after this breakout here, it came back here and left inducement. You see, price tried to push to the upside and failed and took it. Now after taking it, price has now tapped into our zone here. Price tapped into our zone very nicely, into our zone here, and we are getting this reaction to the upside. So price can move from here to TP, which is allowed, right? But I wanted to get more RR, so I stepped down to 4 hours, and looking at 4 hours, this is the candle that made that sweep. So I marked it as my next zone of interest. Then clearly marking out this our inducement zone. And now price has currently taken the low of the inducement, and I also typed into the daily, our daily zone, our daily demand level. But I am waiting for price to come a little bit lower. I will only be confident in this zone, right? Which is that tapped into the daily is valid actually, but I'll only be confident if price should take this high. This should be our breakout of that 4 hours high. This should be our breakout. Yes, that's our breakout. Once price takes it, then I am more confident in that zone. Once price takes that zone, then this will be me. Here. I will happily take a 4-hour trade. I'll be going long here. Stop loss just below here, and TP all the way to this point. That's for a 6-hour, or I can extend it to here. I can extend it to this point. So that will be that. We'll just look forward and see what gold has plans of doing. Yeah, we wait to see. So if gold cannot cause this breakout here, this 5 hours anticipated breakout, what am I anticipating currently? If gold cannot cause it, 4 hours breakout, then gold has to draw back to this point. Then this is where I'm going to be taking my entry without any confirmation. I'll just get in. But as for this point here, I'll be waiting for the confirmation. What's my confirmation? Gold should take this, cause this breakout here, come back, tap into this candle. This candle that caused this sweep here. That caused this sweep here. Yes. So that will be my anticipation for gold. So please, if you're watching from Instagram, go to YouTube to get the full version of this breakdown. Full version of this breakdown. Okay. All right. Let's move forward. So we check BTC. So as for BTC, okay. Nice one. As for BTC, I'm coming. Nice. So as for BTC, you can see that price came all the way to a zone here, right? We can safely say it's this FVG. Price reacted off from here, could not cause any breakout, came back, took it again, and finally gave us a breakout here. A very obvious breakout, or we can say a breakout here, leaving this inducement here, leaving this inducement point here. Or we can also say this is an inducement. Yes, we can also say this is an inducement. Yeah, we can say this is an inducement. Obviously it's an inducement, but how do we verify if it's an inducement? We have to put our tool here, stretch it to this point here. Did it fit in the 50%? Yes, it did. But just around the 50% zone. Yeah, just around the 50% zone. So we can consider it as an inducement, but it's actually a bit far. It's really a bit far. But we can still work with it. Yes, we can work with it. But it got taken. So let's say price took that low just to come all the way down to this zone here. Yeah, this is an inducement also, very close, and the closer the inducement the better. So price came and reacted off this zone here, and you can see the reaction here on the weekly candle. You can see the reaction on the weekly candle, but we have not gotten a breakout yet above this point. So if we can get a breakout above this point, it now confirms the weekly. That weekly wants to go up. So with that in mind, we can see the weekly did a sweep here. So we check the weekly, the daily. So after looking at the daily, this is where we finally got our sweep of the daily. You can see a daily break of structure up here. You can see daily break of structure. Anyone here, there's a break. Yeah, bottom line is there's a break. Or we can say, yeah, this is also a break. So after that break, what happens next is price left an inducement area here. So this is low here, an inducement area. So this is going to now become our zone for an entry on the daily. An entry of the daily where we're targeting this high and stop loss below here. But I won't be trading this once price comes in. I would like price to do something for me on 4 hours. Price should create something for me on 4 hours. Yeah, I'd like price to create something for me on 4 hours so I can engage. But I am also permitted to, short price all the way to this down part. I can permitted to short price or long price, because if I should go by the recent price action, I can say price is reacting off a very good zone here, and this zone caused a breakout here, and this is an inducement point, and you can see price coming all the way to that inducement point, inducing this place. This is where we say, okay, price has caused an inducement, and after that inducement, we have price reacting off let's say this zone here, price reacting off this zone, and the price is moving up nicely. So where will our TP zone be? Around this place. Around that is where we'll be expecting price to come all the way to, right? That is where we'll be expecting price to come all the way to. That's the expectation. That's what we'll be expecting price to come all the way to. So this is where we'll be expecting price to come all the way to. Okay, that's for BTC. Let me clear out all this. There's really no point. Yeah, let me clear out all this. For 1 hour, that was just a markup I did on 1 hour yesterday. Okay, so let's see if we can get a trade on BTC. Can we get a trade? Okay, we can get a trade, but that trade is going to be possible when price comes to take this point as inducement here. So whenever price comes back to use it as inducement, we're going to be taking trade off this zone here. We'll be taking trade off this zone here. A 2 hours trade. And where is going to be my target? Either this zone here, or this extreme here. So this will be me. I'll be longing BTC to exit here. Stop loss just below this low here. Yes, stop loss just below this low, or I might just stretch it all the way to this high here, and that is a 1 to 3 R. So we see how it goes. And this should be the last pair. I don't really want this video to be too long. Man, a lot of things have actually gone down here. A whole lot of things have got down, but the bottom line is I'm expecting price to tank to this point. Price is going down. Actually, I'm expecting this guy to drop here. So with that in mind, I go to the 4 hours. Yeah, I don't really want to do much, so I go to 4 hours. Yeah, I go to 4 hours. So this is the structure that failed, the last one that failed, the last buy signal that failed. This is the inducement, this is the zone. So price tanked just below it. Now price tanking below it, we can say, okay, price is coming back to use this point, right, as a breakout to just continue to the downside. So, but this is my last, structural leg, which is this low to this high, but I am not confident. Why? Because see the 50%, there's no inducement left for me. So if price should come all the way to this high, price is going to take here as inducement to play inside this zone. So this is where price will be coming into to play from this zone. But if price should come here, maybe engineer a liquidity, then I can say, okay, when price comes back, he has to, react off from this zone, around this zone here to the downside. But if not, price has to come to this point before we drop to the downside. This video is proudly sponsored by Hola Prime. Hola Prime is the firm making this video possible, most transparent out there. Everything they do goes through Deloitte. Why? Because they have 2 records they are trying to maintain, which is no payout denial and the fastest payouts in the industry. So when we say no payout denial, means they can never deny your payouts with any rules outside the rules stated on their website. So once you abide by their rules, you will surely get your payouts, or else they are going to lose their record with Deloitte, and which they don't want to do. So they are very, very transparent. Just go to their site, get your account, read the rules, trade accordingly, and get to what payouts. They equally have a broker. They have futures firm for those who don't want to trade CFD, or your country don't allow you to trade CFD. You can trade alongside the futures. There's no consistency rule except you're doing instant withdrawal. If you're doing bi-weekly or bi-monthly, there is no lot size restriction. News trading is allowed on their Prime account. Weekend holding is allowed. Static drawdown and not trailing drawdown. Okay, so just hit the link on my bio and sign up for their broker and also for their prep firm, and check out all my other social media page. Use the code on your screen to get a very amazing discount. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.